Welcome to French Riviera. Because it's so loud and it's the first experience that you're gonna be seeing this for this very first time, we're gonna be doing this for a first time at 100%, and we're gonna be starting our first car by some small French vehicles. We absolutely try to make things a little bit miles. I think we got for many more of those miles. So we start having for a credits and before we're gonna be making for these things, and it was gonna be making for more sense, starting in $25,000, and what is absolutely gonna be few of these Euro things. The first car isn't going to be. So starting in the IROC Camaro, and it's two froze at this time as well, so it's not gonna be going for around for many more at this time. So this is very small, kind of these things. There's a new highway, and everything is probably small. So to unlock that in the store, you're gonna be making the purchase at the dealership. So we don't have any cars to do this anymore. So we're starting inside of the dealership, and we're gonna be talking about all cars inside the game. And I didn't believe that I just doing for just gonna be buying cars. So the starter cars are gonna be starting with the 86 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z, the Audi S4 B6, the Legacy B4. The coupes aren't going to be doing like this. We're gonna be starting in Audi for this one. It's being even closer to do this as well, so I cannot believe to buy this. So this is absolutely for the limited edition, and it ends in 24th of March. So we have for sedans, and we probably for the RS6 Vant, and many more of the cars are gonna be a lot. We have the beginners cars right now, and I refuse to be able to buy this vehicle because I'll be sold a vehicle and I don't have any cars and unable to get a lot of money as well. So before I'm making for the first experience about driving vehicles and the first miles be able to driven, you have to buy for a first car wisely. If you're American, you just absolutely recommended to buy a Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z, which is absolutely that pretty good as well. It has 280 horsepower, 344 horsepower by getting the Audi S4 instead of buying the Subaru Legacy B4 for such as Japanese car. So we have American, European, and Japanese car because I'll be chosen European cars as well. So you want to click this one. You're gonna get a 344 horsepower to get this instead of the American vehicles and about the top speeds. And this should be able to do it for just as well. So starting in the coupes, we got some less of Japanese cars, still have Corvettes, and we still have a very important DeLorean, a Mustang bus 402 or 302. As we scroll down, we still have any Beamers and Dodge Challenger Hellcat. One thing. Next is sedan. Is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X, and it's a limited time, so you might be able to get this car before it ends on 24th of March. And we have the Kia Stinger GT, the Mercedes AMG GT63S, and the AMG version about for this thing as well, and a Cross Turbo S for the Porsche like this, Audi RS2 and RS6 Vant. We have any supercars such as Lamborghini Aventador. We got Lamborghinis and Ferraris that you're gonna be getting for this thing, because that is gonna be the one secret thing about getting any miles, and there is the Lamborghini Revuelto. It's right over here that you can buy for $500,000 as well. And we got some sort of a hypercars, another limited edition, 1 million, $1.750 million in cash. You can actually buy it for most likely for a top speed. It has 1200 horsepower, 1001 horsepower for Bugatti Veyron, 16.4 Koenigsegg Gera, because this is absolutely pretty the best. And we just absolutely forgot to say, there was a 1300 horsepower. It was for 10 years of the Need for Speed. As you might remember to be buying this for over $1 million. And one fact thing, this car cost for $3,250,000 in cash that you'll be buying a Koenigsegg 1. Also, almost $500,000 was the Hennessy Venom GT Pagani Huayra 730. It has 1200 horsepower. It's just like the same as well. Who was gonna be the $500,000 as well. $1.5 million is the McLaren P1. And the next stage is gonna be the convertible. We have two ones instead of a Corvette, and the Ferrari 458 Pista as well, or some sort of a 458 Spider as well. Super utility vehicles such as sports, that we got the Cayenne, Volkswagen, Jeep, Lamborghini US, and the Alfa Romeo, Civilto, Prado Figlio, and not many more of these things as well. We have only two of these, two of these, and one hatchback instead of many more vehicles as well. So, but instead of the starter cars, but I didn't have any kinds of vehicles like that anymore. But without further ado, because my mouse is not going to work so much pretty to do this, so I went into the garage. This is where you can customize for anything it goes, because that is not going to be doing for such as worth it. The sun has just completely raised up, and it's absolutely always night as well. The map is completely small, just like Driving Horizons, like it's the small map as well. But the bad news is, I don't really think the game is going to be taking down sooner, and probably not is going to be going on to do this, because you can parkour anything about it where you want to do this as well, and probably before we're going to be end of this video. And I'll probably be able to be saying for just about for many more of these things. I'll be crossing to the entire map. If we're going to be trying to search, I don't have any kinds of cars anymore of these things. And also, you can use the free camera, and I can see the gas station over here. Alright, before we're going to be trying to first drive and first experience it about for this thing, I'm just going to be using the free camera and about for this free roaming around for this thing. I think we're just going to be doing for our first miles. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be doing this, and the game might going to be taken down very sooner. That I already said there wasn't absolutely Dodge Vipers as anyways, and there are no sports coupes as possible. As we jump down and we're headed back into the dealership, we're going to be trying to continue to buy. There is a Roblox Slender over here, and we're going to be buying for just only one thing. So let's just doing this one, and am I going to be able to walk around? And instead I'm going to be losing money. So let's start at $0. And I'm going for it. So I'll be going to be stepping all the way to going to get across the walk, and probably that must be too small, like the stairs, and something went terribly bad, as there's a problem like the scaling for this before. I was jumping around and gonna be escaping as a smooth suspect around here. And I'll be taking a little bit closer for just gonna be going around here. And will I just able to be spawning for this one? I got our very first car when I just spawn in. It does actually work. And we got it. So it has an open doors around of all things for sure. And we have such as trunk space. Please should be opening the door. And we have the engine compartment under the hood. And I shouldn't be able to be locking somewhere else. So we have a trunk space. I'm refused to close. So let's see the engine apartment over here. The sun is rising all over the top as well. It's not gonna be working, I guess. Oh my god, it's not working over here. Sometimes it froze longer as well, and probably we're still able to walk as well. So I'll be leaving the car over here in case the car is going to be stolen. So I'm about to head all over to the highway drive, and we might able to see the world. Because I was the pedestrian, and I'm still gonna be walking around, there must be a free parking space, and many more things about here. Is gonna be totally a lot. So I shouldn't able to despawn as well. So we have beaches and many more of those things. This is the highway entry. I don't really think this isn't gonna be about. So there must be a roundabout, and here is the highway entry. What is gonna be about to this, and a little bit big as well, because we have only kinds of the cars are going to be left. And looks like this is gonna be for ways that we're gonna be entering towards the highway drive. And a little bit possible that we cannot believe to enter in. Because I just gonna be walking in. And I have no money. Because I wouldn't be allowed to drive for our very first miles that we got here. But in case the game is gonna be taken down sooner, I might gonna be interested in favoriting about of this game. And in case the game is gonna be getting deleted and being under review by Roblox, I'm probably sure this is what I actually try to do. What times that I'm just gonna be trying to supposed to do. And I'll be starting into the Japanese area. We're spawning in the Audi S4 as well. So we're gonna be jumping into his first experience, and I might able to drive for his very first time. So looks like there must be a Forza Horizon gauges as well, and we have the time, miles driven, and we have for money making as well. So I cannot believe you can just turn on the lights and indicators on. And so we absolutely try to getting our first driving in for just, you can choose for a manual transmission. The sun is going to set already, and you can just doing for many more one thing. And the engine sounds like a V6. Michael DeSanto couldn't be mad at this thing. You can open up the engine's hood, and it's probably work, including such as the trunk space. And unfortunately, my internet connection froze longer as unusually. It's back tonight as well. So I just jumping all the way out of the vehicle and refuse to despawn as well. So looks like I'm gonna be ending the video over here. And I eventually see the racetrack from over here when I was just walking in a few miles from this moment, after you enter the roundabout, that could lead into some sort of a loop as well. We got many of those things as well. And we got a big racetrack. Something is driving on the wrong side of the road. So, I'm about to see for its very first miles that I'll be driven of this vehicle. Because even I didn't absolutely try to drive safe, and I wasn't able to do this for its very first lap as unusually. So, looks like we got many of these things as well. I can't start racing with other kinds of therefore. So, we absolutely spawned a vehicle into the racetrack. But I'm ending up this video right now, so that's it, and I couldn't able to be enjoy this, and the game is linked in the description down below before the game is taken down already. So, thanks for watching and for all your support, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and this is gonna be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later.